JHW here, just messing around on the brand new release out right now. It's the JH100. Let me get this microphone in my face here. JH100. You know what I've been reminded this week? This thing is like a really great Plexi, right? Sounds like quintessential plexiglass kind of amp, right? Here's the bridge. Just sounds like $1 million Plexi, you know what I'm saying? Just sounds like rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? Throw a little tube screamer on there, instantly you got this like... You know what I'm saying? But you know what makes a really great... I don't know if all Plexis do this actually, because this pack to me really sounds like a more refined Plexi. If you don't know about this amp, a while ago I did the JH100. That amp was like a really good deal from PRS. And, you know, Paul got his hands on like an amp that Jimmy played or something. And it just was like really harmonically rich and lovely and stuff. And so he did that. I got that little 20 watt thing and I was like, this is the best like low watt Plexi thing. I did that pack. I still think it sounds amazing. Had to go after the big boy. And what I notice here is, like I tried to like show you at the beginning, the clean side, like the cleans are so good. Like the way it cleans up and then the way it saturates is so good that it's almost like... Yeah, I've been kind of like playing these dumbles, and I'm like, this is every bit as good when I'm playing like this stuff, you know, that like John stuff, you know. You know what I'm saying? It's just... It's all there, man. It's all there. One of the things, too, I notice about these, like, Plexi glass style amplifiers is, you know, that's the normal channel there. Let me stop this looper here. That's the normal channel, and it's really one of the few normal channels that I really don't have to fight with to get really pleasant. You know what I'm saying? You can get a little more gain if you go up to the let's see. If you go over to the J profiles, actually, before we do that, let me show you this. I also did it with another speaker, the H30 speaker. So you get a completely different flavor, you know? More shallow in the low end, a little more not quite as deep in the low end as the greenback, not quite as high up presenty as the 25 greenback, but the H30 is a glorious speaker. What I want to find here is well, let's go over to the okay, check it out. Here we go, the bright channel. Now this is going to be brighter. We're going to hear that top end, and it's going to be a bit cleaner because that's how the amp is. Turn a little vibrato, that little chorus I had on off. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me show you the J one real quick. Just pushing a little clon into the jumpered half of it. It is an idealized plexiglass kind of tone, and I think the cleans are a little sweeter. Now I also used this on Fender sent me a new guitar, and I got some clips of me playing that, so I'm going to leave you with that. This is a really great Telecaster. It's part of this vintage Player 2 modified. Sorry, not vintage. It's the Player 2 modified. And this thing sounds awesome. I love the pickups in here. They did a really great job with it. And it sounded really good with this Plexi with some clips I made, and you can hear all of the positions of that guitar. And I'm calling it a Plexi, but it's the JH100. I do think it is significantly different than some of my vintage Plexis, especially on that normal channel, and then that has a real effect on the J channel together. The bright channel, overall, the whole amp is a little on the sizzlier side, but in a very clear way, not raspy, like clear bright, which is very interesting, because Plexis get, especially the older ones, get a little raspy in the top end. This one doesn't, and when you push it with that claw on, and you really get a lot of, like, you know, gruff and clear. And here's what it sounds like with a Tele.